the first time we played him in the playoffs is Joe Mauer. And the only guy for us is probably Guardian CeCe. So the faces have changed. I think we've had good teams, and I think they've had good teams, and some of the games have been really close. Extra innings, late homers to come back in the ninth. So they've been extremely competitive game. For whatever reason, over that time period, we've won more than we've lost. But again, the faces have changed completely.
Winds News Time, 2:59. Here's your 10-10 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Sunshine for the rest of the afternoon and a high of 72 degrees. Clear and cool tonight. Lows in the 40s in many of the suburbs, 56 in Midtown. Tomorrow, sunny skies, the high 72. For the Yankees wild card game against the Twins tomorrow evening, 63 degrees and clear for the first pitch. And then sunshine on Wednesday, 77. Clouds and sun on Thursday, and we could reach 80. It is 70 now, sunny skies in New York, the humidity 31%, the winds are calm, repeating the current temperature 70 going down to 56 in Midtown. More people get their news from 1010 Winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Sarah Miller's our service aide. Walter Geis is the writer. Justin Schrager is at the editor's desk. I'm Susan Richard.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. 70 degrees, 3 o'clock on this Monday, October 2nd. I'm Larry Cantor, and here's what's happening. 58 dead, hundreds hurt in last night's shooting spree in Las Vegas. Governor Brian Sandoval.
We're angry, we're grieving, confused, people are hurting.
They say the 64-year-old shooter took aim from a room on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, firing on the crowd at an outdoor music festival.
A lot of people thought it was fireworks, and I kept screaming at them to get down, that it was bullets, and I just said, just stay down, stay down.
As police closed in, the shooter apparently took his own life. There are fresh calls for gun control, but the White House says now is not the time. 10-10 Winds, AccuWeather, mostly sunny, a high today 72.
This is John McGill. The rookie Aaron Judge says it's a new season. Yanks and Twins working out at the stadium in anticipation of tomorrow night's wildcard game. Chiefs and Redskins in Monday Night Football.
I'm Bloomberg's Larry Kosky. The stock market started the final hour with prices sharply higher. The Dow up 140 points. The Nasdaq is up 15.
Winds News Time 3:01. From the Dodge Traffic Center, here's Greg Rice.
Larry, just giving us in the last couple of seconds the southbound Turnpike truck lanes before interchange 10 and Edison. Everything shut down with the jackknife tractor trailer. So the southbound Turnpike near interchange 10 are going to push you all over the car lanes. So both the southbound Turnpike car and truck lanes, we are seeing brake lights from interchange 11 down towards interchange 10. Here on the east side of Manhattan, southbound Harlem River Drive after the 3rd Avenue Bridge. Only the left lane gets by because of the pretty serious looking wreck. Southbound West Side Highway, the way to come down through Manhattan. And here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Inbound Georgia, good ride as I see it on the jam cam up and down. Over at the Lincoln Tunnel, getting into the city, really not bad, at least not yet. Outbound no more than 10 minutes. Holland, story there. The outbound side isn't bad at all, despite the ongoing emergency construction on 139 back in New Jersey. We'll keep our eyes on that throughout the afternoon, let you know if and when the outbound Holland starts to get worse than usual. Queensbound Whitestone and Thrives Neck loaded to the old toll plazas as they start demolishing them, now with cashless tolling in effect. Traffic and transit every 10 minutes on the ones, breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Winds.
Tonight, the geniuses of Scorpio may have big cases we're going to send here, but their brains are bigger.
I'm gonna go hijack the helicopter.
Use Scorpio CBS tonight.
Winds News Time 3:03.
Breaking news now on 1010 Winds.
A national moment of silence was observed minutes ago for the victims of the Las Vegas massacre. 58 people are dead. More than 500 are injured. Let's get the latest now from the 1010 Winds newsroom and our Juliet Papa.
And this is how that moment of silence began. President Trump, Vice President, and Mrs. Pence walked onto the White House South Lawn, bells tolled, and then they bowed their heads. The staff stood alongside them. They observed that moment of silence to honor those who died in the massacre in Las Vegas. 58 people are dead, more than 500 injured in a shooting from a hotel room on the 32nd floor. The
gunman Stephen Paddock was found dead in that room at the Mandalay Bay Resort as SWAT teams tear-gassed and stormed the place. But questions remain about the 64-year-old retiree.
Police desperately want to figure out why Stephen Paddock carried out the attack. The FBI and police say there is no indication he had any link to international terrorism. So far, there have been no clues that can answer the why.
We'll run it down to the very end. But right now, we're at face value. We've been able to identify that.
Clark County Sheriff Joe Lombardo says they're analyzing evidence taken from Paddock's home, but so far, nothing seems to indicate a motive.
That's correspondent Alex Stone. Guns and ammo were found in his home. Paddock was reported to be a licensed hunter, but 10 rifles were found in the hotel room. Whether a note or manifesto was written somewhere or left somewhere, that remains unknown at this time. So it's also unknown to Paddock's brother, Eric.
We've had a couple of guns, but they were all legal. I mean, he might have had one long gun, but he had them in a safe, and there's no... He had no machine guns. I moved his house. I mean, there were no machine guns.
Eric says he and his brother were not close. Paddock's father had an extensive criminal past, did time for bank robberies, escaped from a Texas prison, was charged with racketeering for a gambling scam. He died 20 years ago. President Trump spoke to the nation earlier today and said of the gunman,
He brutally murdered more than 50 people and wounded hundreds more. It was an act of pure evil.
he offered prayers and sympathy to the families and praise for first responders. He asked the nation to come together in unity and hope, and he plans to visit Las Vegas on Wednesday. Live in the newsroom, Juliet Papa, 1010 Winds News.
Now the official 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Clear tonight down to 56 degrees, 40s in the suburbs. Tomorrow, like today, sunny and 72. Wednesday, sunny, a high 77, and Thursday, a mix of sun and clouds, high 80. It's 70 degrees, sunny skies, humidity 31%, winds are calm, repeating the current temperature 70, heading down to 56. Winds news time 3:06. In the aftermath of the Las Vegas massacre, former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords and her husband Mark Kelly are speaking out about the need for gun control.
We can accept the enormous social, moral, and economic cost imposed on this country by accepting gun violence as simply the cost of living in America. Or we can choose courage.
Giffords was shot in the head 6 years ago while meeting with constituents outside a supermarket in Tucson. Meantime, the mother of a child killed in the Sandy Hook massacre is slamming Congress. On Twitter, Nelda Marquez Green wrote, "The Las Vegas shooting is on every congressperson who said in 2013 that there's simply nothing we can do." At the White House, Press Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders said now is not the time to renew the debate on gun control. She says the president is focused on the victims. Winds News Time 3:07. First Monday in October, and the U.S. Supreme Court is back in session. Justice Neil Gorsuch is starting his first full session. There are several key cases on the docket, including one involving a Colorado baker who refused to create a wedding cake for a gay couple. Another case is about police access to cell phone records. Already today, the High Court has let stand the conviction and prison sentence of former Democratic New York State Senator Malcolm Smith in a bribery case. Justices also left in place a ruling in New Jersey, that is, by New Jersey's highest court, and helped prompt new legislation prohibiting mandatory life without parole for juveniles in the state. Winds News Time 3:08. 3 Americans share a Nobel Prize. That story in a moment.
Now a commercial message. This is a special announcement for men with ED. A local medical clinic is offering free doses of a breakthrough ED medication to the first 75 men who call in. This offer is to spread awareness about a treatment that's 98% effective, even for men who can't take prescription ED medications. You'll receive a personalized, custom blend of the latest FDA-approved medications, formulated to treat sexual performance problems caused by diabetes, cardiovascular cardiovascular problems, low testosterone, or depression, your appointment will be at a private and professional medical office with a doctor representing a physician network that has helped over 50,000 men regain their performance in just one office visit. If you thought your ED symptoms were untreatable, don't miss this opportunity to get a free dose of a highly effective, rapid-acting medication. This offer is limited to the next 75 men who call. You must act now to reserve your free dose of this breakthrough treatment. That's 800-919-7900. 800-919-7900. 800-919-7900.
Now this message, need tires? Save at Mavis Discount Tire. Log on and save at MavisTire.com. Wins News Time 309. 3 Americans will share a Nobel Prize in Medicine for their research into the sleep.
No-brainer to me. Ellsbury right now, so red hot, has to be in the lineup. I think he'll be in the lineup tomorrow. All right, Dee's with us now? All right, right now we're going to talk to someone who had just an incredible year for the Yankees, was probably as valuable to the team as anybody on, and that's the shortstop, Didi Gregorius, who joins us now. Didi, Mike Francesa on The Fan, welcome. How are you?
Good, man. How are you guys? How are you?
Good. What's happening?
A lot is happening right now. Trying to get ready for tomorrow's game.
Tell me about this season and how happy and really how proud you are what you accomplished this year.
I mean, season for me, I think it's not over yet. It's not just playing for the season. We want to play to win a ring at the end. So right now, that's what we're trying to do, and try to play our best game tomorrow so we can pass on. So I think season has been going good so far, and everything's been great. Everybody's helping each other out. We have the best team right now going on, so I think that's really great.
How about the power you exhibited this year?
I mean, things just happen, It's not just, I'm not going out there just showing for power, It's trying to hit the ball all over the field, and if they go out, they go out. But it's not just I'm going out there to trying to hit home runs,
No, but and so many big hits this year, Didi, too, in the middle of the lineup. I mean, so many times coming up with big at-bats and big hits for the Yankees this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the whole thing, everybody gets ready. I think anybody comes up clutch. It's not just one player, I think that's really important. That makes a team a team. So you want the next guy to be also ready, not just you. So I think that's really important.
Didi, go back to when you came here, having to replace an iconic player, struggling early to where you are now. Tell me what you remember about those early days.
What do I remember?
Yeah, what do you remember about those early days?
I mean, the media, that's the whole thing. I think the media are just asking jitter questions after jitter questions every day, no matter if I did something good or bad. I mean, it didn't really matter, so they didn't let me a chance to be myself and play the game, just try to be the guy that play after Derek Jeter. I think that was my thing.
How hard was it to settle down and to just go out there and play your game?
I mean, I don't think it was hard at all. It's just getting ready to play the game, which is what's most important for me, Just try to play the game, don't worry about anything, shut everything out, and just play, and then whatever happened, because you can't control what other people are going to say or other people are going to do. So all I did was try to focus on the game and then try to get ready every day.
If I went back to those days when you were struggling, and now you back in the middle of the order, having an all-star season, doing the things you're doing now, could you have seen yourself having these kind of seasons?
I mean, of course, I always thought to myself, but I'll never expect me to hit 25 homers, so I'm not going to lie. So, and even I hit 20 last year, but for me, it was just try to be myself, just let everything happen and not trying to do too much, just play the game the right way. That's all I was trying to do.
Yankees, playing in the postseason, October nights used to be the norm. It's been a while now. Yankees haven't won a home game in the playoffs in 5 years. Tell me about this team and how ready it is to play in the postseason.
I mean, the team is good. Everybody see how we ended September. Got to try to go in October with the same momentum. So I think that's really good. That's what we want from the team. So I think everybody's ready. So maybe we're going to break the streak right now and then go from there.
How about playing the one game? How tough is it to play the one game, the wild card game?
I mean, the one game is the most important game to keep going. So I think for us that's the main game to focus on right now, and then try to go from there. And that's the main goal. Playoffs, it's October baseball.
This Yankee lineup's got a lot of pop.
Let him talk, and then at the end, you're going to see who's going to be the best. So I think that's how our team mentality is. You know, we got to play a game and never quit.
You and Castro are very close, right? You guys are very tight, right?
Yeah.
So tell me about that relationship. You know, was it always that way, or was something like this came?
People who live near him, and it's investigative tactics 101. I mean, this is basic stuff that investigators are trying to do to figure out what caused this man to carry out this attack. So, you know, is it his father's history a primary part of this investigation? No, but it's just another piece of the puzzle.
CBS News Justice and Homeland Security correspondent Jeff Pegues. Thanks for joining us, Jeff.
My pleasure.
WCBS News time 3:14. We'll check sports next.
Tonight, only CBS at TV's best night of comedy. Beginning with a Big Bang shocker.
Well, what business what will we be?
The new Big Bang Theory, followed by Linda Lavin, Elliot Gould, and Mark Feuerstein in a new comedy about coming home.
I'm only staying here temporarily.
We'll see. The series premiere of 9JKL. Next, Kevin James and Leah Remini are back on TV together. Excuse me. A new Kevin Can Wait. Then, don't miss the new comedy the LA Times calls A Life Journey Worth Watching.
Yeah, no, I'm classy that way.
Bobby Moynihan stars in Me, Myself, and I. Then, the geniuses of Scorpion may have big cases.
We're safe here.
But their brains are bigger. I'm gonna go hijack the helicopter. New Scorpion after all new comedy. CBS tonight.
Starting tonight at 8 on CBS 2. Then stay tuned for CBS 2 News at 11.
They've cared for you all your life. Now it's your turn to care for them. Look to ArchCare, the health system dedicated to helping you care for those you love. Call 855-951-CARE.
Sunny and 72 here in Hudson Square. Good afternoon. I'm Michael Wallace. It's 3:15. Time for WCBS Sports with CBS Sports Radio's Marco Belletti.
And Michael, sports sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. After a surprising regular season where the Yankees exceeded expectations, piling up 91 wins, capturing the first wild card, the Bombers prepare for the Twins in the one-game playoff tomorrow night at the stadium.
We have to play well, and if we play well, we'll win, and we'll continue, and if we don't play well, we'll go home. And only one team goes home happy at the end of the year, and obviously we want to be that team, but you know, what we've accomplished this year and where we're at, I feel good about our chances.
That's Brett Gardner. As the Yankees will have their ace on the mound, Luis Severino will hook up with Irvin Santana. For the Mets, they can focus their attention on finding a new manager. Derek Allen's, of course, stepping down after 7 years. Names like Robin Ventura, hitting coach Kevin Long, and former bench coach Bob Guerin being mentioned as possible replacements. Monday Night Football features the only unbeaten team left in the game as the 3-0 Chiefs will play host to the 2-1 Redskins. And coverage over on WFAN begins at 8 o'clock. You have enough things to worry about every day. Insurance shouldn't be one of them. Now you can leave worry behind when Liberty stands with you. Liberty stands with you. Liberty Mutual Insurance. Sports at 15 and 45 past the hour. Marco Belletti, WCBS 880 Sports.
Obesity is a serious medical condition, one that demands serious medical solutions. So it's good to know that NYU Winthrop Hospital offers the widest choice of safe, effective, medically supervised treatment options in the tri-state area. NYU Winthrop is a leader in bariatric weight loss surgery, and the first hospital in New York to use advanced Da Vinci robotic surgery for weight loss to reduce discomfort and speed recovery. NYU Winthrop is the only hospital in New York that offers the HMR diet, named the best diet for fast weight loss by U.S. News and World Report. The HMR diet is managed by endocrinologists, dietitians, and nurse practitioners, and is ideal for those needing to lose 30 or more pounds. And NYU Winthrop is among the first in the nation to offer revolutionary V-Block, a pacemaker-type device that blocks nerve signals to control appetite and eating patterns. To learn more about NYU Winthrop's medical weight loss programs, call 1-866-WINTHROP or go to nyuwinthrop.org. NYU Winthrop Hospital. Your health means everything.
We're sponsored by Indeed.com. Are you hiring? Join the over 3 million businesses that use Indeed.com for hiring. Post your next job opening on the world's #1 job site, Indeed.com. WCBS News Time 3:18. Traffic and weather together on the 8. Sponsored by the Harvey School. Here's Jim Feldman. Thanks, Michael. Big problems continue in New Jersey in the truck lanes of the southbound Turnpike north of Interchange 10 in Edison. Jackknife tractor trailer. Now it's just 2 lanes that are blocked off, but still delays in the truck lanes. Car lanes right now a better option. And in Teaneck, Route 4 eastbound right around Queen Anne Road. You've got an accident there taking that lane. Volume building now on the New York State Thruway northbound between the 287 merge and the New Tappan Zee Bridge, the Mario Cuomo Bridge. Still have a crash Harlem River Drive southbound around 125th Street. 2 lanes, the right and the center lanes, they remain blocked. You've got volume building as well. Northbound Harlem River Drive to the outbound GWV. Same on the west side highway heading to the outbound George. You've got some volume building there as well. If you see a traffic tie-up, BWCBS Summit, call the Mavis Discount Tire Traffic Line. The number is 212-975-8888, or you can tweet it at us at WCBS 880 Traffic. The next traffic update less than 10 minutes away on WCBS. Now to the Weather Center and CBS 2's Lonnie Quinn.
Well, thanks very much. As of right now, 71 degrees with a pretty sky overhead. You got some, puffy clouds, but I don't see any moisture that we have to worry about. At least falling to the earth within the clouds. All the cloud is visible moisture. But what's going on is this. You had your taste of early fall temperatures this weekend. Right now, 71, overnight low, 57. Tomorrow, the exact same sort of day, 72 with sunshine. Get to Wednesday, now we're turning things up a little bit. Sunshine, 77. You get to Thursday, mostly sunny, 84 degrees. Friday, more clouds coming in the area. I would still call it partly sunny and 81, so the heat will return. I'm Lonnie Quinn.
CBS News special report. Worst mass shooting in U.S. history. It kept going and going and going and going. At least 58 killed, more than 500 injured. One shooter, one by Stephen Platfield, a nearby retirement community, firing from a casino high above an outdoor concert crowd. His brother, Eric, panicked. We were shocked. We were horrified. Completely dumbfounded. I know about this. Who knew about this? Not Clark County Sheriff Joe Lombardi.
Checked all the federal databases and local databases and state databases, and we had no knowledge of this individual.
CBS's Stephen Portnoy at the White House.
Speaking from the diplomatic reception room, President Trump cited Psalm 34. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. He called the shooting an act of pure evil. Mr. Trump thanked police for acting with what he called miraculous speed. He said he'll travel to Las Vegas on Wednesday.
CBS News special report. I'm Jim Taylor. WCBS News time is 3:21. This just in to the WCBS Newsroom. TMZ reporting rock and roll star Tom Petty is on life support after suffering a heart attack in his Malibu home last night. We'll get the latest details on that as soon as they come in. Tom Petty reportedly on life support after suffering a heart attack. WCBS News time 3:21. Meet Jared, a student at the Harvey School for 7 years.
I think I've always been a storyteller. Before I came to Harvey, the school that I was at didn't hear my voice, didn't want to hear the stories that I wanted to tell.
For Jared, being at Harvey has made all the difference.
I think Harvey has taught me to take a different approach to the world around me. I think more so, Harvey has taught me to be a better listener and a better thinker, a critical thinker.
At the Harvey School, you can be yourself.
Harvey is for the individual. Yes, we're a community, but it's everybody's differences and, unique qualities that make this place special.
The Harvey School, located on 125 acres in Katona, New York, is a college preparatory school for students in grades 6 through 12, with 5-day boarding for students in grades 9 through 12. Come visit on Saturday, October 14th at 9 a.m. to see the school in action. Call 914-301-7434 or email harveyadmissions@harveyschool.org for more information. WCBS News Time 3:22. Once again, parents are struggling with what to tell their children about what happened in Las Vegas. WCBS reporter Marla Diamond got some tips from a child psychologist.
When tragedies like this strike, parents should start the conversation and keep it age appropriate, says Dr. Adam Brown, a psychologist at the NYU Langone Child Study Center.
Many young children just want to know that you're telling them the truth and that you're reassuring them and they don't need more details. But if they ask, then it's better to hear it from their parents. So you start the conversation, but you take the lead from your child.
And don't expect to have all of the answers.
For a child who's specifically asking, I would say, look, here's what I know, or let's look it up together.
And parents should limit the amount that their children see, hear, or read about the event. He says repeated exposure to graphic images is disturbing, no matter the age. Marla Diamond, WCBS News Radio 880.
Avoid the Holland Tunnel. That's the advice today after Friday's fire under the Route 139 ramp. Fixing that damage is no simple job. Here's Sean Adams.
Before sunup, when there was just one lane open on the outbound Holland Tunnel ramp to the New Jersey Turnpike, Route 139 and Kennedy Boulevard, drivers were preparing for the worst.
It helped us without my GPS, so I hope my GPS gets smarter.
It takes you
you a different way.
Yeah, that's right.
But crews repairing the ramp damaged by fire on Friday managed to get 4 lanes open. It seems they can open and close lanes as they work. So the massive backups and gridlock that were predicted did not occur in the morning. Repairs could take weeks, so drivers are still advised to find another route or take mass transit, path, light rail, or a bus. Near the Holland Tunnel, Sean Adams, WCBS News Radio 880.
WCBS News Time 324. We'll check business news next.
For a manifesto, they've discounted for now any connection between Paddock and known terror organizations. Live in the newsroom, Juliet Papa, 1010 Wins News.
Government leaders of the Catalonia region of Spain today, they're trying to decide their next step to declare independence from Spain. It's called a disputed referendum, that is, that saw more than 800 people injured in clashes with police over the weekend. Financial analysts predicted that Spain could lose 20% of its economy if Catalonia becomes an independent nation. Wins News Time, 3:25.
Message and data rates may apply.
Attention, it is illegal to text and drive. So if you're experiencing hair loss and you want a permanent solution, please pull over now, because an incredible offer that could give you your hair back is just one text away. Bosley is America's #1 hair restoration expert, always pioneering the latest technology. And now, we're giving everyone who texts GROW to 858. An absolutely free information kit that reveals just how easy and affordable this permanent solution really is. Don't wait. When you text GROW to 85850, we'll also give you a gift card for $250 off. Millions of men and women have come to Bosley for a permanent solution to hair loss. So pull over now and see for yourself how great your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit. Text GROW to 85850. Plus, get a free gift card. This amazing offer is just one text away. GROW to 85850.
Wins News Time, 3:26. And now Bloomberg Money Watch on 1010 Wins. Here's Larry Kofsky with a live report.
Stocks remain higher in the final hour with the major averages all on track to close at new highs. The Dow Jones Industrial Average with a gain of 138. The S&P 500 is up 8. The Nasdaq Composite climbing 15. Nordstrom shares are down nearly 6% today amid growing concerns about the deal to take the retailer private. The New York Post reported over the weekend that the Nordstrom family is struggling to put together financing for the buyout. Nordstrom is down 279. Business is picking up at the nation's factories. The Institute for Supply Management says its manufacturing index climbed in September to a 13-year high. Measures of new orders, employment, and prices paid all were higher. The U.S. is taking Canada to task over restrictions on sales of imported wine in British Columbia. A complaint filed with the World Trade Organization accuses the province of unfairly allowing only British Columbia wines to be sold at regular grocery stores. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Larry Kofsky for 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time, 3:27.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-508-1863. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Providers help thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you. All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-508-1863. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-508-1863. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds, too. Call 800-508-1863. 800-508-1863.
Now the Allergy Alert Forecast, sponsored by ENT and Allergy Associates. Book online anytime or call them today and you'll see them today. Today's outlook is low-medium with ragweed and quinopods, the predominant pollen.
This is a message from the Healthy Aging Program at the Columbia University Medical Center. Their mission is to help older adults continue to live active and fulfilling lives. People often believe that getting older means slowing down, becoming forgetful, and cutting back on activities. Or living involved with the family. But with the right healthcare, getting older doesn't have to mean these things. The Healthy Aging Program at Columbia University conducts cutting-edge research to not only help people live longer, but also live healthier, more productive lives. If you are 60 or older and would like to find out more about staying healthy and active as you age, give them a call at 646-774-8697. You may be eligible for a study and could even receive up to $150 for participating. The years past 60 should be among the most rewarding times in your life. To learn how to stay active and engaged with your life, call Columbia University's Healthy Aging Program at 646-774-8697. That's 646-774-8697.
Checking AccuWeather, clear tonight, down to 56 in Midtown, into the 40s in many suburbs. Tomorrow, sunny and a high 72. For the Yankees wild card game tomorrow night with the Twins, expect 63 degrees and clear skies. Wednesday, sunny and 77. Thursday, mix of sun and clouds, high 80. Sunny skies now and 71 degrees. Good afternoon. I'm Winds News Time at the Tone, 3:30.
Good afternoon. I'm Susan Richards. The deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history sparking new calls for gun control.
This was domestic terrorism.
That's retired astronaut Mark Kelly, husband of former Congresswoman and shooting victim Gabby Giffords. The White House says now is not the time. Stephen Paddock had 10 rifles in his room on the 32nd floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, where police say he fired at an outdoor concert, killing 58 and injuring more than 500. More now in a special report from ABC.
A moment of silence at the White House. President Trump, Vice President Pence, and their wives observing a moment of silence on the lawn outside the building. This was for the victims and survivors of last night's mass shooting in Las Vegas. At least 58 people dead, more than 500 injured, the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders says now is not the time to talk about gun control.
We need to remember the only person with blood on their hands is that of the shooter, and this isn't a time for us to go after individuals or organizations. I think that we can have those policy conversations, but today is not that day.
In a way, the debate has begun. Former Vice President Joe Biden tweeted today, quote, "Enough. Congress and the White House should act now to save lives." So far, police say they don't know the motive for the shooting. The suspect, identified as 64-year-old Stephen Paddock, who police say killed himself in the hotel room he used as a sniper's nest. With continuing coverage of the Las Vegas shooting, Scott Goldberg, ABC News.
Winds News Time 3:31. From the Dodge Traffic Center, here's Greg Rice.
Well, let's go to the east side of Manhattan, southbound Harlem. Number drive, still the right lane knocked out after the 3rd Avenue Bridge, all because of a wreck. You're slow from the 140s. The northbound west side highway after 96th Street, getting word of a wreck knocking out in the left lane. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. We're fine at the inbound Georges. I see it on the jam cam on either deck. Out that lower level, the right lane construction work is gone. The backups getting there are not. The westbound Cross Bronx very tough from Westchester Avenue. Lincoln Tunnel's okay in or out for now. So is the Holland. The outbound Holland really not too bad at all, despite the ongoing emergency work back in New Jersey. That's on 139 over near Jersey Avenue. Tough going on the eastbound BQE from Tillery Street to the Kosciuszko Bridge. Westbound loads across the Kosciuszko Bridge. Again from the Williamsburg Bridge back to Cabinet Plaza. And an early backup on the southbound Cross Island from right off of the Whitestone Bridge down to the L8. Stick with the southbound Clearview instead. It'll treat you a whole lot better. Your next traffic and transit update in less than 10 minutes. The next breaking traffic alert when it happens. I'm Greg Rice on 1010 Winds.
CBS presents a new comedy about one family, 3 apartments, and no boundaries.
I need space. I understand, but no.
9JKL premieres CBS tonight.
Now the official 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Here's meteorologist Dave Bowers with this live report.
Well, we've got a big ridge of high pressure still parked over the northeast. There's really not a cloud in the sky from West Virginia to Maine, and it's going to stay like this here right on through Wednesday. Clear sky tonight, 56 at daybreak in Midtown, upper 40s in many of the suburbs. Back to a pleasant 72 tomorrow. It was bright and sunny. The only thing different on Wednesday, it's a few degrees warmer. It gets about 77. And Thursday, we're up to around 80 under a partly sunny sky. And Friday looks to be still dry and warm. Clouds and sun, breezy with a high 77. 71 degrees and sunny in Central Park, going down to 56 in Midtown. I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
It is 72 degrees in Bay Ridge, 75. Sponsored by Acme, your favorite local supermarket. Winds News Time 3:33. A serious health scare for rocker Tom Petty. The story in a minute.
Only one Broadway
healthcare field and want free job training? Call the Allied Health Career Pipeline Program at Oak Hill Community College, located in the Bronx. If you are eligible, they will train you to become a certified nursing assistant, home health aide, and more. Call Oak Hill Community College for students obtain the skills to do the job. 718-664-2540. That number again, 718-664-2540. Grant funding supported by the Administration for Children and Families and contents are solely the responsibility of the authors.
Wins News Time 3:34. Tom Petty is in the hospital. TMZ says the rocker was found unconscious at his Malibu home and was rushed to UCLA Santa Monica Hospital for cardiac arrest. They also say he's on life support. Petty had just wrapped a huge tour that ended with a concert last Monday at the Hollywood Bowl. Stay with 1010 Wins and 1010wins.com as we continue to follow these developments. Just back from a visit to Puerto Rico, Manhattan Congressman Adriano Espaillat is spreading the word about the dire situation on the storm-battered island.
The generator in a hospital collapsed, and there were 41 patients there, including 11 patients that were on ventilators on life-saving equipment. And they had to be quickly transported to ambulance to other hospitals.
Espaillat is reiterating what others have said, that Puerto Rico is nearing a humanitarian crisis. With that, he's joined the call for an increase in federal resources to support the relief efforts on the island, and for Congress to pass funding for Puerto Rico this week. Specifically, he wants $20 billion in aid. 71 degrees now, sunny skies, the humidity just 28%, the winds are calm, 71 going down to 56 in Midtown. Wins News Time 3:30.
Hey folks, it's iPhone season and it's iPhone season time here. You guys kind of shut me up there a little bit. Where was I? This year, iPhone season time here. More singing. Really here. Time to party. Hey, this year, remember to celebrate more responsibly with Sprint. You get an iPhone 8 at $0 a month with Sprint Flex. Right, Sprint Flex and eligible trade-in. Nope, no piano, Jerry. All I want to hear.
And 130 RBIs. And you have, that was 2005. And you have, 2007 with the 54, 156. I mean, A-Rod had over 50 home runs 3 times. 52, 57, and 54. Fred Massapequa, what's up, Fred?
Hey, Mike, just wanted to make a couple points. But real quick, you're talking about A-Rod and stats. David Wright, he almost lost David Wright best year, almost doubled. He's absolutely, when he was on, he was some player. I just wanted to mention something real quick. I'm a Mets fan, Mike, and I'm not trying to bust your chops or anything, but I just have a weird feeling the Yankees always beat up on Minnesota, and everybody's going to be betting and taking the Yankees in the game. I just think it might be one of those games, Mike, that baseball has a weird game.
Never know, man. Absolutely. Listen, that can definitely happen. I don't even consider that outrageous that you say that. One game. The Yankees do own Minnesota. The Yankees are a heavy, heavy favorite in the game. We all know what can happen in one game. Somebody hits a 3-run homer. Somebody lets a ball go through their legs. The base is loaded. We all know how it works. We've all been watching long enough. Sal in Brooklyn, what's up, Sal?
Mike, good afternoon. How are you?
What's up?
Hey, agreed. Bird got to play. Ellsbury has to play because he gives you that speed and getting on base.
Yeah, you could do one other thing that I didn't mention that could happen, and that is go all lefties, play Headley at third, play Hickson center, and play Ellsbury DH. You could do that too.
Oh, no, it's a lot of strikeouts in that lineup, and I got to put Holiday in. I just as better as Hickson.
I prefer to put Holiday in myself.
Got to play.
If Bird's going to play, Ellsbury's going to play, and I think, listen, I would play, you got to play him for the glove too. I would play Holiday. That's me. I like the veteran bat in there in that one game stuff. Maybe he gets a 2-out RBI. Maybe he gets the sac fly that you need. Maybe he gets the 2-out single to right with 2 on. I want that guy there. Paul in Old Bridge, what's up, Paul? Yes, Paul.
Yeah, hello, Mike. Giants question on the game yesterday, the 2-point conversion attempt.
Right. Which he's got to, listen, if you're going to run the back line, you've got to stay in bounds. You cannot let anybody push you out of bounds.
Totally agree, but we didn't see, unless I missed it, we didn't see a good replay. The angle that they showed it looked to be, he did step out.
He did step out, yes.
All right, so here's a question.
He stepped out, he clearly stepped out.
When the refs announced the two penalties...
Right, they screwed up. The announcers screwed up. Okay, I heard a lot of announcers screw up yesterday. There was no question the whole time they were going to take the loss of down penalty. There was no question, because otherwise they're going to replay the down. Why would you replay the down when you don't have to?
Well, I agree, unless there was a challenge on him stepping on that line.
There's no challenge. First of all, there's no challenge anyway. It's a play that's reviewed anyway.
The score would have been reviewed.
It's a scoring play. It's reviewed. They reviewed the play anyway. They reviewed it. The play, they look at every scoring play. So the play is reviewed anyway. So they knew he stepped out. He clearly stepped out. That wasn't the issue. They first said, I heard a couple of weird things yesterday. Number one, here's the Jet game. And I'm not trying to pick at anybody. But the idea is saying, why did the Jets leave 28 seconds on the clock? It's overtime. What do you mean leave 28 seconds on the clock? The Jets should have taken it down to 0. What are you talking about? It's overtime. Why did they take it all the way down and run the clock out? You have time on the clock. You don't have time on the clock. The game's over. It's overtime. Please. And, there was no question they're debating which penalty they're going to take. Who's going to take the loss of down? No question what penalty they're going to take. Run the play again? Even if they're going to run from the moon, they're going to have to run again. Here's the McMahon.
Here's the football mic. Johnny quarterback Eli Manning on the Fan at 5:05. Monday Night Football is the Chiefs home to the Redskins. That's on the Fan at 8 o'clock. Both the Yankees and Twins working out at the stadium today. Final preparations for tomorrow night's wild-card game with the Minnesota Twins, who's Severino against Urban Santana. Yankee right fielder Aaron Judge on Severino.
He's done all year. He's been dominant. He's attacking hitters. He's always getting into good counts. Every time I look up there, it's always 0-1, 0-2. He's never fallen behind a lot of hitters. And when you got his repertoire and his stuff, and you're getting ahead of guys like that, good things will happen.
And this report sponsored by Walgreens. Easy to get your flu shot at Walgreens and help make a difference. Simply get a shot and give a shot. No appointment necessary. Vaccine restrictions apply. See pharmacy for details. With reports every 20 minutes, this is John Mako, WFAN 2020 Sports. For the CBS Sports Minute, brought to you by Mavis Discount Tires. Mavis, America's Tire Discount.
Jim Rowe and the CBS Sports Minute brought to you by Farmers Insurance. Stay ahead of the game. Find an agent at farmers.com. There was not a more jaw-dropping set of numbers this weekend than Houston 57, Tennessee 14. 57. The Texans dropped a Heinz bomber on the Titans. 57 points. You take away that pick six, and the Texans offense had 50 against one of the nastiest, most physical defenses in the NFL. Deshaun Watson had 5 TDs, 4 through the touchdowns. NFL rookie TD record. He also threw for 283 yards, and he did all of that in his first home start of his career. All of which inspires the obvious question, who is Tom Savage? And how in the world did that guy ever start ahead of Deshaun Watson back in week 1? I'm Jim Rome.
Hi, this is Tiki Barber. My football career taught me the importance of being prepared for game time. And now that I own multiple businesses, being prepared means having capital when I need it. That's where Cabbage comes in with flexible lines of credit of up to $150. Get a decision reapplying. Cabbage has supported over 100,000 small businesses. Get started at Cabbage.com/gametime or 888-CABBAGE. That's Cabbage with a K. 888-CABBAGE.
Line of credit is subject to credit approval. See terms and conditions.
There's a season for everything. And right now, it's save up to 30% on appliances season at the Home Depot. With special buys on innovative appliances that do more. Like a GE high-efficiency washer and electric dryer. Your clothes get cleaner without the damage. And they're just $586 each. Save $425 on the pair. Savings are in season with up to 30% off appliances at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. While supplies last, U.S. only. Gas dryer extra system.
All back for Stereo
Radiology. Getting an MRI from Zwanger Passeri is so quick and easy. Your technician tells you exactly what to expect in there, so there are no surprises. You're given a pair of headphones so you can listen to your favorite music, and 3 songs later, boom, you're done. That's right, you walk right out of the office at ease knowing you've just received the absolute best MRI available. Afterwards, you can check out your results from home using their revolutionary patient portal. It is so easy and so quick. For more information, visit zprad.com.
Found the one and need the ring? Come out October 6th through the 8th to buy the perfect ring from celebrity designer Simon G with interest-free financing. SBS Fine Jewelry, 3323 Long Beach Road, Oceanside. SBSFineJewelry.com.
Getting engaged is a big decision. 2 by London, London Jewelers Engagement Shop will help you pick the absolute perfect ring, all within your budget. Visit 2 by London today at the Americana Manhasset, East Hampton, and Westfield World Trade Center.
Need tires? Save at Mavis Discount Tire. Log on and save at MavisTire.com.
Hello, New York City. Geico presents things that'll make you feel good.
Dolphins give each other names. Those squeaks and clicks might be Dolphin 4.
Hey, Tom, come check this out.
Something else to make you feel good. Geico's been offering great savings and service for over 75 years and has a 97% customer satisfaction rating. And that satisfying coverage isn't just for your car. The Geico Insurance Agency can help you insure your home, apartment, and condo. And Geico offers motorcycle, RV, and boat insurance. You know what else will make you feel good? It rains diamonds on Jupiter due to extreme atmospheric pressure, thus really making it rain. And Geico is the largest auto insurer in the state, so breathe easy. We've got your back. Plus, you might be able to save even more money because Geico has local agents in your area who can help you find savings like military or federal discounts. And Geico offers emergency roadside service.
So, New York City, contact Geico online, over the phone, or at your local office. You'll feel better after you do it. We've been saving people money for over 50 years. Now at Mavis Discount Tire, save even more. Get up to $80 back by mail on select Goodyear tires, or up to $100 back on select Cooper tires. You always save at Mavis Discount Tire. Check out MavisTire.com to see our huge tire selection and to find a store near you. Legal and other restrictions apply. See stores for details.
New York drivers waste 74 hours a year searching for parking. Get that time back. Reserve your parking in advance with the free Spot Hero app. You can even save $10 off your first parking spot with promo code SAVE. That's promo code SAVE. Spot Hero. Park smarter.
Have you checked your Google search results lately? Search results are usually the first impression that people form of you or your business. So make sure that they create a positive impression with ReputationDefender.com. What the internet says about you can have a big impact on your life and your livelihood, even if it's not true. Fortunately, you can now control how you look online and in online search results with ReputationDefender.com. If you have negative material from an ex-employee, upset patient, or former client, newspaper article, legal issue, social media, or other source showing up in your search results, you can combat it with ReputationDefender.com. Our dedicated experts in patented technology can help make your online search results look their best. For more information and to find out how you can get a free reputation analysis, text the word SEARCH to 800-800. Again, text the word SEARCH to 800-800. That's SEARCH to 800-800. Or visit ReputationDefender.com.
Meadowlands Racing and Entertainment is more than horses. It is the perfect venue for your next corporate outing, party, or major celebration. To book your event, call 201-460-4043 or visit PlayMeadowlands.com.
Napa know-how. Even if the forecast doesn't call for rain, it calls for Trico Force wiper blades. Now $15 off when you buy a pair at Napa. Because in reality, a little water's no biggie compared to leaky garbage trucks, swarms of insects, or parking under a tree. So grab a pair of Trico Force wiper blades and get $15 off. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts.
Everything you need to keep your office humming for less, so you can run your business with confidence. The confidence that you can afford to replace that old printer that makes more noise than copies. The confidence to generate bold new ideas and the power to put them on paper. The confidence to print a proposal that looks as crisp as your suit. Everything your business needs for less at Staples. And now buy 2 reams of Staples brand paper and get 1 free. Staples is Proton. Select SKUs. In-store only. Plus tax where applicable. Expires 10/7/17.
CBS presents a new comedy about one family, 3 apartments, ideas and no boundaries.
I need space. I understand, but no.
9JKL premieres CDS tonight.
The Buick GMC Dealer of the Hour is Minchin Buick GMC in Stamford, Connecticut. Visit Minchin Buick GMC for great lease and financing deals on the full line of Buicks and GMCs.
In the world of hams, we've always said, if you want better ask for Boar's Head. Consider Boar's Head Deluxe Ham. Crafted from select cuts, Boar's Head Deluxe Ham is slow-cooked and trimmed by hand. For over 100 years, this has been the gold standard of hams. And to assure its exceptional flavor, it's sliced fresh at the deli. It's why we say, if you want better, ask for Boar's Head and compromise elsewhere.
All right, let's get back to some calls here. Mike in West Orange. What's up, Mike?
Hey, Mike, how are you? I'm a huge baseball fan. I'm actually a big Baltimore fan, so, but more than anything, I'm a manager fan. I love the Bucks. I love the Socialists. But I think I never gave Girardi much of a... I never gave him much thought, but Girardi has done such a great job with this Yankee team, putting out fires, handling Sanchez, downplaying Judge's slump, in my opinion. What kind of a chance, and I know Mahler's done a great job, but as a manager this year, I've never seen a manager just handle a team, see a team really want to play for a guy like they do Girardi. What kind of chance does he have to win Manager of the Year?
I mean, I don't worry very much about these awards, but I think you got to give, you have to give anybody who took Minnesota to the playoffs, you have to give the Manager of the Award. I mean, the team was predicted to win 65 games this year. The Yankees won 91, their number was 83, 84, something like that. I think 83. Nice performance, but the Minnesota Twins were picked to win 65 games this year. Tony in Middletown, what's up, Tony?
Hey, Mike, first, before you go, I just want to say, hey, thanks for the memory.
Thank you.
One of my two favorite voices on the radio.
Thank you.
So, and then I just got a bunch of talks a little bit, beginning of the season, I called and I said, Yankees going to win 90 games. You killed me. You said, hey, who's going to be the pitcher? You know, I said, Severino's going to be in there, and you killed me on.
Right, so yeah, right, so listen, you're right, you said 90, I'm sure you said 91, I'm sure you said Severino was going to win 18. So congratulations, you were right. I did not think the Yankees would win 91 games. I did not know they were going to make the trades they made, but I still never thought the Yankees would win 90 games. Absolutely. Joe in Massapequa Park, what's up, Joe?
Hey, Mike,
what's happening?
I just guys, it's really sad that after 4 games it's over, in my opinion. I mean,
no, listen, as far as the playoffs, they're not making the playoffs.
Right, the playoffs.
Now, you got to win 10 games. They have to go 10-2, and if you look at their schedule, they're not going 10-2. No, I don't think anybody could go 10-2 against their schedule, to be honest. Not the way they're playing, you know.
So we might have to pay the price in the offseason. They're not addressing the offensive lines. They have no true running back, in my opinion. We have to pay the price, Mike. And once it's on the Mets, who's your favorite? Who would you like to be the next guy?
I have no idea. You know, you're not asking me who should be the manager. You're asking me who does Sandy Alderson think should be the manager. And, you know, that's going to take you to names like, you know, Chip Hale and, you know, Bob Guerin and those kind of guys. Those are the guys he likes. I don't know who he's going to pick. I really don't know. I have no idea. It will not be anybody that... It's going to be a guy that he likes. So along those lines, they've handled the Terry thing so badly. And I blame the entire Met organization for that. Because, you know what? It's been open season on Terry Collins the whole time. And the front office does that to basically, from Sandy on down, to try to cover up their mistakes. They blame the manager. You know, so let me say how bad the manager is on handling this and handling that. Here's Terry Collins supposed to be in a pennant race. And he's trying to win games because he's supposed to be in a pennant race. He's not supposed to have a rebuilding team. He's supposed to be in a pennant race. He's got all kinds of pitching woes, and he's overusing his bullpen trying to compete. What do you want him to do? You got like 3 guys you can use in that pen. First of all, he did a terrible job building the pen. Terrible. The one thing, Alderson's done a good job at some things, a bad job at other. One of the things he's been terrible at is putting any quality depth in the bullpen. He's been awful at it. Look at the Yankees' embarrassment of riches in the bullpen for the last couple of years, and look at the Met bullpen. Please. Sean Piscataway, what's up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, Mike. And Mike, real quick, as a first-time father in a few months, the world that my son or daughter is coming into is very, very sad, very scary. Leave it at that.
That is very true.
I'm scared, Mike, to be honest with you.
We all have kids, and we all think the same thing. So.
Mike, after, now it's early, it's 4 games, but Mike, after what the Broncos defense has done against those 4 running backs in the first 4 weeks, you got to say now that the Broncos got the #1 defense in the NFL, and defense wins championships. Now, it's a long way till January, I get that. But after 4 weeks heading into the bye, you got to say that Denver got the best defense in the game, no?
I'm not sure yet, but they've played well on defense. They've done a good job. The games have worked well for them. I'm not that impressed. I haven't been that impressed with anybody this year, to be honest with you. I mean, there's not one team. I'd say the team that I've been the most impressed by so far has probably got to be Kansas City. Overall, and that's played with, the most solid football so far. But everyone's had their down weeks except them. I mean, there's nobody else unbeaten. There's nobody else unbeaten now that Atlanta's gone down. So from that standpoint, nothing. I mean, Denver's been okay, but then they lost to Buffalo. Their defense has played well. I'll give you that. I like their secondary. I love their secondary. Alan Manhattan, what's up, Al?
Hey, Mike, I want to talk about Derek Allen. Why is this the year that cost him his job?
It's not the year that cost him his job. They've been looking to replace him for a long time. And it's 7 years in, and it's run its course. The Mets have got to make wholesale changes now. When you make wholesale changes and you have a manager that's been there 7 years, it's a good time to start over and have a new regime change. And I think that's what it is. It's not like he did anything this year that cost him his job. It's that they're just looking for a new voice and looking to make changes. And to blame him is completely unfair. And at least they've now given him a job in the organization so that they've at least made peace with the fact that, you know what, he didn't do a bad job here. The stuff that came out, the idea that the players didn't like him, most of the players, who put their names on it have said the complete opposite. So maybe there's a couple of players, listen, out of 25 guys, not every guy's going to love you. The players I've seen have liked him, and to me, this is not about him. It really isn't. Now, I'm saying he's Miller Huggins, but you know what? I think he did a solid job. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he's a great guy. I don't think he's a bad manager. I think he's a great manager, but I don't think he's a bad manager. And I think, listen, the guy took the team to the playoffs twice, he took the team to the World Series. No one could have done anything with this team this year. It was an absolute nightmare. Ruben in Queens, what's up, Ruben?
Well, hi, Mike. 2 quick things. You talked about it last year with the Giants defense. I haven't heard anybody say about the rush.
Oh, because they hurt. They're hurt.
No, but we don't have a pass rush.
That's what's their best pass rush is hurt.
Who's their best pass rush?
Olivia Vernon. He's hurt.
I'm talking about a real pass rush.
Listen, what do you think he is? He brought in the last year.
I thought he was great against the run.
No, the guy 2 years ago was number 2 in the league in quarterback hits. He hit the quarterback more than anybody in the league, except for one guy in the last 2 years. He's a good pass rusher. He's a good player. He's just been hurt this year. That's hurt him. Their pass rush has not been there. They have not had a good pass rush so far. But not only that, they've been terrible against the run. The Giants were great against the run last year. They've been awful against the run. They've been awful they've been terrible covering in the secondary. Penalties, Eli Apple, bad coverages. Even Collins got caught yesterday. They've been terrible in the secondary so far. Let's be overall, in every way, in every capacity, the Giants have been bad. They've lost these last 2 games, not on offense, on defense. First 2 games they lost on offense, last 2 games they lost on defense. Randy in South Brunswick, what's up, Randy?
Hey, Mike, 2 weeks ago I called you when they were 0-2. Mike, and you got mad at me and you yelled at me like you always do, and you said I'm some evaluator of talent, Mike, and I said they wouldn't win 5 games.
All right, so the game...
No, this is what I want to ask you, Mike.
Listen,
where do you think from now, from 0-4, where do you see them?
Hey, listen, Randy, they could right now, as simply as sitting here, be 2-2. One play either way, so it's not about talent, it's about making plays. They have talent. You don't think they have talent? You don't think they are equal to Tampa Bay or Philly, 2 teams on
the road that they were leading in the fourth quarter?
I don't think they're equal to
Oh,
Philly.
really? They didn't move the ball in Philadelphia?
Yeah, I don't think they're equal to Philly right now.
They had 3 leads in the fourth quarter last week. In Philly.
Hell, Mike, they still got a loss no matter how you look at it.
But a game can bounce either way. Last year, did the Cowboys have more talent than the Giants? Yes. Did the Giants beat them twice? Yes. That's not how you evaluate games. A game can bounce either way. But right, I don't know what they're going to do right now. Teams swirl out of control. Balls bounce the wrong way. Your kicker kicks the ball off the side of his foot. You know, you have a penalty in the wrong time. That's how you lose games in this league. Most games in this league are lost. No, that's not true. See, that's a bunch of nonsense.
Yeah,
you know what?
We'll see what their record is when they're done.
They're based on they're playing lousy. When you play lousy, it's not that they're not capable of winning these games. They are capable of winning these games. You're telling me they couldn't have won the Philly game? They led it 3 times in the fourth quarter, but they couldn't have won the game. Oh, sorry, couldn't have won the game. The game wasn't close. They had 3 leads in the fourth quarter. Yesterday they led in the fourth quarter. They broke down. If their punter doesn't kick the ball off the side of his foot twice, they might have 2 wins. That's what happens in this league. But you are 0-4. That's all that matters. But it's not talent. It's how they're playing. They're capable of winning these games. They're every bit as capable as Philly is. Philly's won a couple of games that they easily could have lost. They bounced the right way. It happens. Now, if it does in 10 or 11 times, you go to the playoffs. Well, you're telling me that the Giants don't have as good a roster as Philly? Of course they do. There's not a big separation there. But they got the ball to bounce the right way. Well, the Giants made mistakes. The Giants right now are